Tours merging the UK capital. It's long been we've come west to Wembley Sports for generations. We're at the home to Friday Night SmackDown. It's clear. 2026 is closer to his target. The target to the Undisputed Championship, and it's the Miz to advance. Oh, is Damian Priest. He go matchup. He's up against the D's. He's out to claim his spot for the biggest away from WWE, and now Greer has only big plans. Well, Rick Williams, our doorway qualifying match. It's an H-bomb closeout for the U.S. Championship 2026. Sammy's, these two men perhaps the most intense. It'll be the Mad Dragon versus Source schedule at a sold-out. Just a little bit for tonight. We're thrilled to do so. Joe Great is this crowd tonight, great.
This atmosphere is empty, and it sounds like London is ready to pop.
She went over to Raw here. It is a whole...
Please welcome the WWE Champion!
Arrival as the Undisputed.
The mountaintop was marred by constant mirror and could say to himself with...
And you can see that. And he's going to soak it all.
It happens. A few years in the UK here, but if it's our undisputed WWE, it's the first and only in Drew McIntyre. The love I've been shown the past week, messages, getting cheered, all the... Want to say to each and you, guy wrestler bit, now serious. You want to jump on the bandwagon right now? Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, there was no uprising, was there? Punk was screwing me over time and tweet Yeet with Jay. That's what you were. Then there's Cody and his referees for Drew. No, you had to thank the only person that ever, and that person is me. Thank you, Drew McIntyre. Former. Ooh. Backstage, and I know it cuts like former. That's right, former champion Cody. Figure out a title match. I'm going to save all this, add a clause into the con. Americans can't read, I'll tell you what it is. be no rematch. Way back up, the dangerous, unpredictable Drew McIntyre.
Viper is in London.
Predictable, welcome to it. Champion in the ring while the 14th. And how quickly they go from Europe is echoing throughout Wembley.
Flesh. Randy Orton for the Fatal 4-Way at Saturday night's main event. Tonight's festivities a little early.
For that #1 contender Fatal 4 in the ring as Orton enters.
Here to WWE Champion, Predator of WWE.
Assume you come out to congratulate me, Randy?
I thank you. We do not like each other. One congratulate you. A few months ago, you had the opportunity to kick. Opportunity to return the favor for that title before, and I will do it. Just letters and all RKO.
Oh, Joe. Came shockingly to Fatu.
The werewolf is in London. Fatu storming toward, who's stuck between a rock and a hard.
He levels the undisputed champion.
Jacob Fatu is on the loose.
Drew McIntyre's trying to get away. Seemingly do so as Fatu looks to
force the hightail it out of here. Or
rally the Miz.
Begins next.
January
This tonight.
in Riyadh City.
Listen to this place.
Getting pumped up for Riyadh.
Qualifying match for the #1 contender fatal position to battle Drew McIntyre. Has wasted no time.
Cover here by the A-lister.
Then brings out the referee. Then we get the
Mark from the Miz, who was out here pleading with only after confirming with Orton that he would. Oh, it's a Miz, and now Orton.
And then mocks Orton with the pose
As well, a man who is perpetually one of the most decorated superstars in his punches his ticket to the Fatal 4-Way. He's one.
Ask him, he'll tell you all of that in one breath.
Very interesting man.
Randy Orton. It was a wild start to chase down Drew McIntyre. The
Entire roster reminding where you are on the planet.
Orton arriving just.
Randy Orton certainly familiar with one another. Both have side one another. Viper to punch his ticket to the Fatal 4-Way.
He gets the real. Not with that price. Oh! On the Viper!
More damage to the A-Liz.
And this severs.
And despite the tables have turned back into the face.
He wants it. And the Miz able to fly. From Randy Orton.
And that can be a hard two of your best shots in the form of skull. Doubt begins to creep into your mind. Needs to be relentless. Orton sends it coming that time.
Nope.
There it is!
Randy Orton to that Fatal 4-Way. The undisputed champion.
The 14 massive step toward number 5 Miz. You've seen it a nowhere. What a win for the A.
On that super slow-mo. End of the night. Saturday night's main event. #1 contender. Fatal 4-Way. It's in at Montreal.
What? It's actually the first time. Obviously, have some problems in the back of your head, so I will beat Sami Zayn, and I will step. Drew, I want to play because I don't. Ilya, right now, I just don't care. Win the 4-Way. I'll see you at the Rumble. I didn't.
Down. Where are things now? Turn left. MFT's taking on the one.
Touchdown.
Oh, man.
The showdown. I get it.
Raptors. And delivers the uppercut. Oh, no. Oh, he's got the lantern. Oh, the cutthroat.
But you just the land to the dark doesn't carry. It does not belong in the hands of someone that's a fool. Like a moth, we will not rest.
Entirely certain that Solo and the MFTs understand. They could come back to bite.
Yeah, I've referred to as the competitive women's tag team division. We'll stop at nothing.
Well, Alexa Bliss won't be a problem in this matchup. Aditi, the business associate of Julia, of Lash legend and Nia, checking up the W, but things would go from bad, the most powerful superstars in WA waste to Alexa.
And Lash tried getting in my head before the match, and then alone. So I need to know, were you actually
Lex? It wasn't like a and you're the one that was that I have turned down because I put the
name two?
Well, do you have my back? I'm sorry, I was sick.
Stretch. You know, you have no reason to trust. You feel guilty and walks away like she's the...
No, you're right. I don't trust you. And the next response. And you've changed.
I was trying to be kind.
Introducing first, Julia!
Kaiser Kiana James will now get Alexa Bliss and the Queen, Charlotte Flair. People like it, Corey. Now there's Big Ben, West, of course, the famed stadium just outside Visa with World Cup and some recent chatter in sports in coming months. This guy right here, UFC. Great to have him ringside in the world. UFC top 10
To the United States champion, Julia, and her...
Awesome reception.
And their opponents making their way. Alexa Bliss!
To go backstage as Bliss and Flair fall prior to the match against Drew and be ringside to be...
Joe, as smart of a man as you are, the Your Fault Charlotte Flair are not best friends. Individual superstars in WWE history to an end, mark my words.
Yeah, but they do the little... No,
I'm not doing it with you, Joe. We're not doing it. Look, Charlotte's great. The machine is not side of the ring. You've got Kiana James. You've got business of their relationship. It is strictly opportunities. And think of the opportunities that will list at the same time.
So you give credit she has done in everything Julia Corey started her
say that Kiana has necessarily guided this acumen, which she has beyond, is getting the chances she deserves.
Hey, good start for Bliss. The ropes and now delivers the suplex.
Kiana James has flown under the radar here into the ring. She's in there holding her own with one of the...
Drives her into that corner and then the up.
Kiana James has all the tools to be... Sism. She looks fantastic.
Oh, look here.
No, it's called they got stuck watching Dancing with Clubs in the crowd.
Oh, big right hand. As Julia and Kiana James.
This tag team contest for her.
Two-time Women's United States champ. Her second reign, of course, she had the success at getting the best of Chelsea Green James to be in this tag team and see what she
Status of a Charlotte Flair or Alexa Bliss. It's the featured name on the marquee in Best of the Best that you may be better than the best.
Time world champion, future Hall of Famer is back on the nostrils. Back was arching against the rope, and you can see getting the best of Alexa.
That was a very wise. I'd forced the official to keep Charlotte out of the
rope. Into the cover, lateral press, and the kick out.
And John, I've watched a lot of lethal woman, and I feel like, but if Julia learns to fully unleash, I may not even be the limit. I think it's beyond. The ferocity with which she competes, her monster once she gets rolling. Cover here,
Buster, perhaps a B.
The non-traditional competitor here in WWE, and that's
package getting a look at the power, but look at the attack. And drives the back into the corner.
It was almost like the tag.
Oh, that shoulder.
No doubt about it. You don't. From into the cover. Champion and Charlotte Flair's interference.
Team action, Charlotte Flair and Alexa, the best of Alexa Bliss for man.
Strategy being employed very successfully until half, isolating Alexa Bliss, not of Kiana James right now, trying to stop Bliss.
And here comes oh, how about a little for Julia as every line deliver.
Kiana James in all types of trouble right. Charlotte Flair up and over.
Oh, James as well.
Turnbuckle.
Flair to put it away.
Attempting to hook both of Kiana's legs, but in doing so, James was able to escape.
Yeah, great analysis. And then floors James again. Steps right over, back to that corner, but that Kiana James able to get back to
partnership. Kiana James and Julia. And
spinebuster. 14-time world champion. Now here comes from Bliss.
Julia with that Ariva. This has re-entered the fray.
Kiana James. So it's old.
Oh, the aggression behind the gas pedal. She is downright dangerous.
And then again, fourth they go.
Both. Who wants it more? This is great.
Kiana James. Now the Abigail DDT. Out of nowhere, split second.
It was great. Wait a minute, it's Jax, it's legend.
And now it's two.
I don't care how many world champions Jax and the bougie bully Lash.
They attacked. Oh.
I'm trying to be the voice of reason.
History, the 3 stages of hell, but now from the American Nightmare coming off McIntyre next. Once we come right, sure.
You're absolutely right. I could see the Your legacy is in my. I suggest you put those tag team titles. You see my family. I'm going. When I take out Damian Priest and bring title to the family.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cody!
Corey, you and I have spent the majority of our often of a champion is from adversity, or in the case that cost him his most prized possession.
Rhodes always wants the ball in his face of the American Nightmare, doing his best. There's even a level of embarrassment for this. Cody Rhodes is so proud throughout his career since returning to WWE. Cody out here without that ear-to-ear. Hopefully we get some answers here.
As a sold-out crowd, my first thought was something.
That sounds. It's okay. Anything, I guess it was become out here. I would tap my fist, WWE champion, and I'd ask you. The WWE champion, Drew McIntyre. I said it was all becoming, name of the podcast is what do you want to talk about? Why I wasn't just the company's champion. I want you guys to be spectators. Perhaps I got comfortable with episodes, see all the eventualities, all the ways, or is Drew McIntyre Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Steve Bull. We are the only ones who ever. And only one. It's a hell of a feat, almost an impossible gamble. I love a long shot and women's roster, sometimes the best. And now, in a city that means wrestled every weekend at what called the American Nightmare, in a city gave me a Blue Peter badge, official Drew McIntyre. We'll do this the old way. The first entrant in the. So, London, let's talk about Jacob. He's the thoroughbred. I watched on the come up. Jacob Fatu is a young. I am aware. Seat means. Biggest receipt I have ever handed out here right now and collected your beat the brakes off your ass.
By Cody Rhodes. Number 2. Fatu's got a receipt.
Look in the eyes, the intent of man who will stop at nothing to take.
There are those from the undisputed WWE set.
Some pointed words. Sure. Speaking of that title picture, please. Now, Matt, you are moments away from a qualified WWE Championship. Now, what would?
Let me just say it's a shame the way Cody Man was, but now that match is going to be against Drew. Drew's first match in WWE. To find myself, to reinvent both former WWE champions and to be back. I am back for a spot at the top. Here I am back to be the undisputed WWE champion.
Kathy Kelly with Matt Cardona.
The following is an undisputed W. Introducing first, 40 pounds.
Trick! Corey with 8 abs, 3 chains for those lemon pepper steppers. To whoop that.
Everyone's got to tell. Wrestle.
Well, great reception.
This Rick Williams is a star. Could be the future sooner than later.
Old entrance to SmackDown. And
Ready.
From Long Island, New York, Cardona!
For Matt Cardona, you're away and immediately a chance to fight this qualifying match and make your way to
this for granted anymore. This is a young man to go and forced to reinvent himself. Not easy, but that's what Matt Cardona did with the opportunity he's been given. He's got a comer who's already marked for stardom in
the course of the past year. What would be?
I think Matt Cardona needs to add a few, because what Matt Cardona did in his, some of it will still work, sure, but you've got to add something. Doing what you're doing. Stick with what brought you to your.
Hear what was said there, and you can see the body language arriving here with the new year to SmackDown.
Absolutely right. And Trick Williams looks at Matt Cardona and it's the hype that was built for Trick.
The instant impact.
And I'll tell you, Bumps, it is on another level. And Trick Williams believes in his own abilities.
Shoulder tackle and then just says, get up.
Lemon pepper step.
Do you think they sell this down the bar? The attack here as he sends Trick.
How much hype is surrounding Trick Williams right now? Into the Fatal 4-Way.
Gathering momentum. Disputed WWE Championship. Corey, I turned to you, I said, what should be the strategy together in the last 1 minute? I mean,
if you haven't earned it, which tells me that go away and learn a new hold, as they used to say. But I like the aggression.
As he ate the edge of the apron.
I mean, popular, or at least polarizing. I feel some kind of way. It's the charisma that Matt Cardona.
Fan in Montreal. Contender.
In the Fatal 4-Way. Oh, athleticism of Trick Williams.
250 pounds. 5 count there with the neck of Matt.
What Trick Williams accomplished before arriving here on champion. Trick NA as the and gold here on SmackDown. Direction tonight with a win over Cardona. Nice neck breaker.
Hey, we're seeing here at Wembley Arena in Lender qualifiers. This is Trick Williams into that hard edge of the apron. Fatal 4-Way to number 1 step.
As we mentioned moments ago, the list is all aggression from Trick Williams.
Cardona having returned nearly 6 years away with a spectacular, and put away the Miz to advance to Montreal. Oh, he was looking for Williams when he revs the engine.
Michael Venom Page is probably blushing after seeing that.
To take in the action here in London.
It was a desperate maneuver for the moment. which of these two men.
Mr. That right hand and another.
Joe. No. Hey, good trip.
How about it? Able to get that right
moment where if you're Matt Cardona, you're realizing 6 years away, all of the competition from together.
And one of the true rising stars. Oh, look at Cardona. Rising stars is now opposite him. In the deep water now. Tender four-way.
Smart.
Oh, no! There's Cardona. Is leaning against the barrier now out on the floor. Cardona gather all this momentum. Oh, Trick sends him into the ring. Kick to advance.
Again, a testament to the guts. Trick Williams happy to see here.
This could be a big turn.
Cardona made him pay.
And he knows it. Able to get the knees up. Williams out of the way for the moment. And Corey, he just sent him.
Trick having flashback.
Cardona, knee pads down. It's Trick.
You don't have to like Trick Williams at
Tricky 2 times. Miss a fatal four-way.
They got a back tackle from Williams, set the stage of Cardona. Trick with fatal four-way at Saturday night. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
It's the
Kit Wilson.
Turn national sensation.
Kit Wilson, who sick masculinity.
Kit Joe, if you he just Cardona was likely being toxic.
When it comes January 2nd, he just.
Oh, if Kit Wilson doesn't like you, maybe it's this.
Drew McIntyre and his undisputed WWE Sokoa tonight. So how do you prepare for...
All day about Drew. We have a lot of history. Facing Solo one-on-one, I don't think so. I became Senor Money in the Bank. Solo, MFTs. I need to get past tonight. It's whatever it takes.
You know there's an option, so I will say it. You'll need reassurance. You will need toxic masculinity. Name is Kit.
Is far.
Oh no!
Just floored. The guy's
athleticism. Samoan werewolf. Maybe Kit should do a TED Talk or something where he
fought to a week removed.
Hey, about me. Get out. Bring your punk ass.
Earlier tonight. The American Nightmare is far two. Here they go.
Rose looking tight. Headed down here. You may need more than that.
In the match. Drew McIntyre earned it by We are in London. This is not the comfort of one of those champagne pops. Just moments ago with Jacob.
You got something to say about me? Me? Well, check this out.
Ask and you shall receive. Ready in a nasty mood after losing his would make a beeline for the ring and take. Werewolf and fists were afloat. Form of security would hit the ring and do damage has been done. And Nick Aldis
happening next week on Saturday night. Jacob Fatu, that'll be Sway. A four-way that night in Montreal. And right here, right now.
WWE Championship nothing purse, accompanied by 250 pounds.
He's got the lantern in hand. It's like his fight at 6 and Uncle Howdy.
Joe, I feel dirty.
Yes.
With the sacred lantern, represent family heirloom, if you could call it that. Wrong on so many levels. Mentality of Solo Sikoa heading into greatness for his family again. Roman Reigns, Solo WWE champion, would absolutely fart.
After that 8-man tag team family lantern.
Weighing in at 203.
We're up in Buffalo, and Priest He is hurting after that feud. Easier when you're in against Solo and the MFTs.
There is no rest for the weary. Into his rear view mirror for the time being. Who won the World Heavyweight Championship? Doesn't get much bigger than that. But since then, Rush, that high that you can own, could all begin a long journey back up.
You mentioned that isn't that long ago, but though in the MFTs. And every damage, all the damage he's put for advance to the #1 contender, Fatal 4's main event. And now Damian Priest, 3rd spot.
On Solo Sikoa, he was the Reigns. Solo Sikoa was Solo takes that anointment very serious.
Of course, from one bloodline to now desk right now. By the way, hard to Broa and JC Mateo making a huge
mammoths of human beings out here. But side,
yeah, right onto our announce desk.
Oh, Priest, what are you thinking? Don't do that.
He just realized it exists. Big Tama Tonga
on the roster. He has to look up. Sure.
Up and off the apron.
The numbers game of the MFT. Love to join the field of Randy Orton and one contenders fatal 4-way WWE Championship now held. As Damian Priest has become recently, Joe, without backup is a questionable. This Priest is running low on allies. And Priest's back, and that does not bode.
Drives Solo Sikoa across.
This is where the streets of New York will serve ugly. Not afraid to take a shortcut with somebody as lethal as Sikoa. Big
Samoan drop. That pop.
London crowd.
Hip attack.
Back in it.
Montreal, somebody's going to win a #1. Know two of the names who are in it. Randy or Solo Sikoa is trying to get.
You can just messes during the break. Priest into the canvas and Solo. Wow!
Spinning heel kick and Tama Tonga looks on.
Almost to recover and deliver the kick. The opportunity he created for himself.
4-way as the MFTs surround the ring that was taken from Uncle Howdy a week ago. And the case up on his feet, testing each other, towing the line.
Joe, look at these right hands.
On paper, you just knew.
Priest ringing the bell of Solo.
One of the best strikers in the game. With all the fourth they go. Spinning kick from Priest.
Priest now.
And Damian Priest.
Stage dive in the corner.
Get out the back door.
Go! Trying to shout encouragement to the leader of it.
He's still to come tonight. Flying match. Sam the Classic. Would you look at
Dan Engler missed the 7-footer.
He's on. Is gone from this qualifying. Sikoa. Priest able to counter. Oh my!
Solo survives. To deliver him, but it looks like Sikoa might be
escaping. Tama Tonga, who already
look out, Priest.
But that spinning Solo.
And Sikoa
right on the target. Straight from Priest.
What was that?
It's 6 are ready for him. Pounding away. Loomis pounding. Uncle Howdy is got.
Are here and they want their lantern back.
And tag team that ended.
No. Whoa! Sikoa.
And that spiritual beacon of Sikoa in the midst of this Priest.
South up.
And
it's from up above. It was perhaps he was. There you see moments before Howdy recoiled the celebration. But and Damian Priest with and Priest the fatal 4-way undisputed at Saturday night's main event.
And again, his cherished has secured the right. Tama Tonga! Sikoa with anthem back in their hands, but it was Damian Bill.
Sammy, you hope that I win, man, or you would have lost.
Actually, I did want you to win. What's going to happen next? I'm about to go out to win. And next week, one contenders match, I am going to win. We're going to see each other again.
Here's the truth. I've beaten you. If you happen to make it to the Royal Change.
Will come tonight. Championship #1. Sammy House on SmackDown. See Green right here.
The following and introducing first, from Boston, he is the United
States Championship. The question, we're going to find out who faces Mellow next, which is home to 7 different Premier League. Unreal. Season 2 is coming only on Netflix. Here's a sneak peek.
Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my God, Seth going
up on the ring post, leg drop for Becky.
Love having her on the road with me. It's a great other, be there for each other.
Becky and Seth were an item, and I had no MetLife Stadium for WrestleMania. I'm Gorilla, and all of a sudden I see.
Love you.
Love you.
I think I even.
Like Hayes. And Corey, I think we've seen the best of Ilya Dragunov, the U.S. title in hand.
WWE with very high expectations for himself, and he.
Oh, you love it already.
I sure do.
X Division champ from Bradford, Slater.
and his opponent, 98 pounds. He is Leon Slater.
Media said, I want the best Brit, Leon Slater, the youngest X Division he's wearing around his neck, the first F style. Did that give you any sort of indication? Sky isn't even the limit for Leon.
21 years old. Here at Wembley Arena in there. Well, Slater is go back to December 13th. Johnson, they dropped a thriller to AJ Styles.
Can't bet against Leon Slater. Is proud of their athletes. They are proud of their competitors here in WWE. Not to mention becoming a He's could be ripe for the picking. Momentum has as much as Leon Slater.
Yeah, then not evil. He was up against Obafemi on that night. And now challenged in is Leon Slater. Look at these guys. Look at this bridging.
It'd be remiss if we didn't talk about what Carmelo Hayes seemed to have found his groove. This journey has humbled me to a degree. A main champion in WWE. Day one mentality each and every night out.
Throughout this 1948, this was an Olympic event beneath us.
Legendary boxer making history in this very
champion of the world and a historic.
Leon Slater can't shock the world once again tonight. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, who competed.
That was a very Graves. Are you?
Leon Slater came to play to sort of athleticism that has won him fame where he is right at home.
Just so close, Chip, with all this offensive fire. Graves with you on Friday Night SmackDown. Leon was talking about it in terms of the agility and rhythm that Slater put together.
Well, the whole world to know your name. You want the WWE Master Class.
Lateral press.
He'd be able to become United States champion tonight. But if anyone could pull it off, it could be Leon.
Changed 21 years old. The parallels a few years ago.
And this could eventually, for no other reason than his tenure here is in NXT. There's a lot of intangible. Truly tests himself against the best right now. But you can hear by the response for Leon Slater. To your point, at only the way Carmelo, his favorite tweaked it slightly.
You know, we saw that also,
Joe, and nothing can throw you off. Devere, you know you got to call an audible. You know that will not affect your plan, or it could lead to.
Corey, that's one of the things about the open challenges, and yet they're coming out and giving their best
for the championship. Dragunov was, that Sami Zayn was, that sharpens iron. You throw your best, magic tends to happen.
And springboarding off the ropes.
Oh my goodness!
Springboard spin.
At what cost?
Chance have begun here in London.
Inverted moments ago. Talk of this business right now with the United States title around his.
For keeping up with this open challenge of the title. We saw him against Johnny Gargano. We saw him go where his leg was damaged, perhaps in London, and Slater's from Bradford, England. Years old is Slater. The TNA X spot.
What a big kick. Way just in time. Up and around.
The engine revving. Here he goes.
Mello knows that each and every night, and just because that move didn't end, that you get frustrated, you make mistakes. And the way
crowd for anything you will see. Fatal four-way as the half crab is Slater so explosive and dynamic to win it.
Leon Slater to this point, scrambling for growth tonight. Off of that side, not enough to crown a new champion.
God take it can do when he goes up to the ropes. We've seen it. Everything else he can put forth, and now Carmelo apron, but Slater looks to meet him there, caving in that sternum.
Beautiful.
Drapes down, and now
it's a law that it is a suggestion.
Back and forth they go with the seat.
Energy. Wow!
Miles is surviving these.
A champion played defense under submit.
Did you see him dealing with the? You could sense it in advance. Leon Slater.
No.
Post. What he is here on SmackDown.
The challenger now perched up top.
He was looking for that 450. And how about a first? They're still going at it.
Don't to be a factor for Carmelo Hayes. Can end a game. But look at the athleticism.
They are making magic.
Slater and Hayes certainly not.
Desperation.
Leon may have gotten a little over. Oh no.
Rare opportunities, Corey.
The gold is under. Looking to dethrone Carmelo Hayes.
Championship. He took the challenge. Oh!
Cutter by head. And he got him. And Carmelo Hayes. And me both, Joe test the same dethroned Ilya Dragunov. Goes to Leon Slater, who absolutely on the biggest stages in the world.
He's 21 years for taking on all these challenges.
You looking at that U.S. title? You had blew it. That U.S. championship, because you and I go in only one way.
たま、お前違うじゃねえか。人の味方かどうかなんて。家族ですらな。
No. I'm like, we've been working.
I just want to be the better man, and
I don't have your mask.
I'll grow. Another surprise is that I went to go talk to Nick Aldis. Expecting to you. My amigo over here is going to enjoy it whilst you still can, pal.
Pleasure.
Would it be? I don't get it. You and
Billy committing more treason on a Friday night.
The follow accompanied by Alba Fire and half of the AAA Mixed Tag Team.
Tessator Youth Ball Club after this woman.
Save the king or something, please. Get rid of this. Convention Center South Podcast. Meet all your favorites roundtable in WrestleMania history. Tickets are on the. Family here in the UK, so some friends and family. Special moment for Green and her. Been very direct in telling the world.
I'd just like to announce that if I don't, Jade's like right there. And
oh, she's. I know. Yeah.
And her opponent from Austin,
Second match on race. Last week she toppled Alba, who I did notice walked in cherishing that strap. Corey, you're the supreme voice of all things. Of course, tomorrow, who's #1 contenders match, a gran.
Dirty Dom, it's our weekly world. Kicking the evening off with none other than AAA.
So here we go. Jordan Gray. You see the power immediately, Corey.
With such an incredible accounting of herself in the royalty. And Chelsea Green is making a big
series first match since using long start, and you can see Jade Cargill interactions. You understand why vertical delay.
She is a powerhouse in cover here. Ruby red boots if Chelsea's wishing there was no queen. Was in a lower world Tessitor, which is all the more reason you...
Oh, Alba Fire with a big kick. It slams Grace's face right one.
Golden opportunity to really soul some of the hype of Jordynne Grace.
Backslide, and then right back up.
You're grinning as she watches this. I don't know if she's a beast on one of these two competitors in the future.
World champion, would you look at this up? Oh, and that direct effect, and that does it.
Of Jade Cargill, who said, obligatory, but a big win. Jade just confirmed she was not impressed.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
I'm glad that you came out here. It's extremely important. If watching tonight was just, but if you're finally tired, you should step into the ring right here.
One thing we know about Jade is she will.
And here comes the champ.
Chelsea did not mean that.
Of Jordynne Grace. And then just tosses it. Here's Kathy.
Trick Williams, massive win. What does this confirm for you at this point in your career? A fatal four-way.
Allow all you bums, bobbleheads, and boots. I look like money. I feel, and I want to send a special shout out because you officially have a match with the champ with that trick. Hold on a second.
I was going to say at Saturday night's main event.
You're the guy. We already know what's up. And I'm free.
WWE Championship #1 contender from Moscow, Russia, Ilya Dragunov.
Intensity.
One of these two men will advance, or will it be the former United States champ next?
The moment Riyadh. The excitement.
Expect up for Riyadh season with Royal.
Dinner in Montreal. Next Friday, the 20 event tickets are on sale now. Be it what a night it's going to be.
#1 contenders and Charlotte Flair, World Champion
and Team Championship. Happened the last 2 weeks. That's next Friday.
Contenders fatal four-way. We'll go one-on-one.
Qualifying match. Our final back in October. Ilya Dragunov, Sam Torpedo Moscow, and an H-bomb get contender fatal four-way spot.
And his opponent from 112 pounds.
Remember, the night started the WWE champion. McIntyre has a long history to get that chance. He had non-stop force. That man, Ilya,
best to become world champion. Ilya Dragunov has been one of the better. Sammy rarely, if ever, off the live crowd quite like Sammy does.
A roaring live crowd. Historic sight here in London, Berlin, for all the history that was made with Drew down here in London, and then Cork in Northern Ireland. Here we go. Quick tomorrow night.
Look at this.
Big not surprise either one of us considering
it up like this with the Mad Dragon, because it was amongst a great deal of offense from Dragunov. Tough individual. I swear I know it first.
Into Dragunov's hand.
The way that Ilya Dragunov.
He's sick. I mean, I respect him and everything he's done. Of course, on December 26th, the United States. And it was Ilya who said, I've got other plans, and get to the #1 contender fatal four-way.
Player here in WWE 4 years. Oh, my goodness.
Man,
so in
boot right into the side of the head.
Diving knee, bombs away to the...
Everything on the tool belt with his off. Oh, it's Sammy.
His willingness to take punishment.
Has to advance. Hooks the leg to advance.
One of these two men will priest at Saturday night's main event to the WWE Championship.
Damian Priest were present there to meet up with the MN's Matt Cardona and Randy Orton. Saturday night's main event, 8 days away in
Ever important next step toward the one of Sammy's successes. And when you're a competitor yourself, you start to question your legacy. The guy. And that's what Sammy's living through right now. That
delivers on the German, and he won't let go of that.
He understands that you have got to fight fire.
He switches in the center of the ring, back and forth.
Man able to maintain an advantage.
Oh! Getting to his feet. damaged opponents and put them into that target. Does so.
We've got to draw a little attention to the delivering his offense. It is so high octane. It's going to backfire, period.
We always talk about Ilya Dragunov. Sammy from up top looking for this.
Look at that.
Get that impact. We're in London. Both men down. The impact moments ago. Ilya Dragunov and Sammy
up to his knees first. It's the first mistake. This Zayn follows his brain. Sammy is a
He's looking to qualify.
Dragunov, all feeling, all adrenaline, all.
Wow, he just broke down in another.
Ilya knows he's got to be ruthless. Believer of iron sharpening iron. At the top of their game because Dragunov won.
Match that just catch your attention. I'll just keep exhales. Simply
standing here willingly.
DDT.
Strike at each point. Joe, I honestly, being around, the man has built himself into and used it to build himself a body offense. Dragunov is a machine. Anytime you're in the ring with Dragunov, it's a real possibility. Look at this. Sami Zayn just teeing up
right to the head of Dragunov. It's turned.
Trying to wrestle.
Able to lock up that left ankle.
Oh my! Right hand from Zayn just busted open the eye of.
Against Ilya Dragunov in the last of our qualifier night's main event. Can Sammy deliver?
You can see Dragunov's been busted open by a shin right on the eyebrow of the former United. More alive than ever right now. He knows he's
back and forth they have gone. And to deliver, sit out.
Sammy saw the opening, made the most free. Take another, hooks the leg.
With Classic back in October when Dragunov defeated. Then Dragunov has taken on all fight for the Undisputed Championship. Was going for Blue Thunder. It didn't deliver. In special from Dragunov.
Turns Sam his battle. Perched on top. The man.
Dragunov! Oh my! So close.
Almost the entire way of attack. Man who has his sights set on world. Uh-oh, this Dragon to drop it.
Here comes the H-bomb. Sammy got the boot up.
Twice.
Trying to line up that exploder, but instead, Sammy, who's compromised in the corner.
Get caught.
Does he ever? And look at what Dragunov.
Massive clothesline in the corner.
Dragunov
Lord follow him with a haluva kick.
And raped awkwardly over the top on the apron with Sammy and to the rope.
Correct me if I'm mistaken. Ilya becoming United States champion. On the apron, Zayn may be out cold.
And on the apron, and both bodies dragging, giving so much, and enters the ring. At the very last second.
Wow.
There he goes.
Sammy should have stayed on the outside.
Top rope. Oh! He hit him in the back of the head. Sami Zayn. Driver one. Oh! Oh, and he won.
Sami Zayn, you survived the foam. With an opportunity, Sami Zayn topples into the #1 contenders.
Look at that foursome.
Trick from behind.
Trick. The young star, the newest addition, and delivered a brutal.
Trick Williams just made a declaration.
The Viper, Damian, 4-way next week in Montreal.